Hi, I'm Katil Almakan,
Hi, I'm Khadija Diallo.
and today our presentation is on women in computing. So, why is it a big deal, you might ask? In this first portion of our presentation, we're going to go through the 11 reasons why women in computing is an important topic. Fact number 1. While engineering and computer-related fields are some of the fastest growing fields in the United States, women only hold about 1/4 or less of those positions.
U.S. women working in science and high-tech field are 45% more likely than their male peers to leave the industry within a year, often due to gender bias and feelings that they are being weighted against male counterparts.
The average percentage of women working in the tech industry is 30%, based on diversity reports published by 11 of the world's largest tech companies in 2014.
In 1980, women majoring in computer science was at 37%, and in 2012 it dropped to 18%.
Fact number 5. Women only earn about 12% of computer science degrees nationally. Fact number 6. Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg, YouTube CEO Susan, and Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer were all listed as some of the most powerful women in the tech industry by Forbes magazine in 2015.
Fact number 7. Asian, African American, and Hispanic women only made up 5%, 3%, and 1% of the computer workshop, respectively, in 2014.
Between 2000 and 2014, the number of first-year undergraduate women interested in majoring in computer science declined by 7%.
Fact number 9. In 2014, only 20% of students who took the advanced placement computer science test were women, although women comprised 56% of all advanced placement test takers that year.
Fact number 10. Only about 7% of investor money goes to women-led startups. Our final fact, number 11. 11% of Silicon Valley executives are women.
Did you know that women have been at the forefront of computer science since the beginning, and that one of the most important figures in the history of computer was a woman? Women have been contributing to the evolution of computing for over a century. Here are just few of the innovative women who made today technology possible. Let's start with Ada. Ada was born in December 10, 1815 in London. At her early age, she showed her interest for mathematics. She was the daughter of a romantic poet, and her mom did not want her to turn in like her father. So she had her tutor in mathematics and science. At the age of 17, she met Charles, a mathematician and inventor, who introduced her to the analytical machine, starting with a document written in French and Italian mathematician. She translated the original French text in English and added her own thought and idea on the machine. Because she introduced many computer concepts, Ada is considered the first computer programmer, and her work was published in 1843. Ada died on November 27, 1852.
Irene Grief is an American computer scientist and the founder of the field of CSWC, which is Computer Supportive Cooperative Work. CSCW can be described as how collaborative activities and their coordination can be supported by the means of computer systems. Irene was the first woman to earn a PhD in computer science from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Katherine Johnson, also known as the girl who loves to count, was born in August 1918 in Virginia. She is an American physicist, space scientist, and mathematician. Johnson graduated from high school at age 14. At age 15, she began attending West Virginia State College, and she graduated from college at the age of 18. After graduation, she moved to Marion, Virginia, where she started teaching math, French, and music. After years of teaching, Katherine was hired by NACA. Johnson worked at Langley from 1953 until her retirement in 1986, making critical technical contributions, which included calculating the trajectory of the 1961 flight of Alan Shepard, the first American in space. She is also credited with verifying the calculations made by early electronic computers of John Glenn's 1962 launch to orbit in the 1969 Apollo 11 trajectory to the moon. Johnson worked on the Space Shuttle program and the Earth Resources Satellite. Katherine Johnson was rewarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, by President Barack Obama in November 24, 2015. Ernest Snyder Hoover was born on June 19, 1926. She is an American mathematician notable for inventing a computerized telephone switching method, which revolutionized modern communication. She created a computerized switching system for telephone traffic call and earned one of the first software patents ever issued.
Grace Hopper was born in December 9, 1906, and she died January 1, 1992. She was an American computer scientist and United States Navy. She was one of the first programmers of the Harvard Mark I computer in 1944. She invented the first compiler for computer programming language and was one of those who popularized the idea of machine-independent programming languages, which led to the development of COBOL, one of the first high-level programming languages.
In this next section, we're going to go through the most famous female computer programmers.
Have you ever played Assassin's Creed? If you have, you will be surprised to know that the producer of Assassin's Creed is a programmer called Jade Raymond. She is a very well-known face in the programming world and has done her graduation from St. George's School of Montreal and Marianopolis College. She has her bachelor in computer science. She started her career as a programmer for Sony. She started her work as a producer on The Sims Online.
Next, we have Corinne Yu. Corinne is very famous as a game programmer. She attended California State Polytech University, to study electrical engineering before beginning her career as a professional gamer. Her first game as a programmer was for the King's Quest series for the Apple II, although she had her own 3D engine projects that she sold to various companies. She currently works as a principal engine architect with Microsoft Studios, Internal Studio 343 Industry. She is known for her contribution in some famous games such as Borderlands, Zombie, Unreal Engine 3, and Brothers in Arms. Her most famous work is her contribution in the 2012 smash hit game Halo 4. She has also won a national award in 2009 for nuclear physics research.
Now, let's talk about Amanda. The reason you are addicted to iPhone game is because of Amanda. Almost everyone has played a famous Farmville game, and Amanda is the lady who made that happen. Amanda was born on November 23, 1981. She is a computer game programmer and founder of Meteor Grove Software. After graduating from the University of Arizona in 2005, Amanda took a job as a game programmer for Skill Jam. There, she led a development team that created 10 mobile multiplayer games. Amanda also worked on a two-player turn-based strategic game, while at Skill Jam she has only worked with Zynga and Instagram. Currently, she is working as a consultant and manager for a few small companies and has started her own company by the name of Turf Geographic Club. Tracy Jo is a female programmer with a bachelor degree in electrical engineering and master degree in computer science. Tracy Jo is a software engineer at Pinterest, most recently on the home feed and recommendation team. She has previously been a tech lead on the ad and web team at Pinterest and worked on infrastructure, IP, email, and Grow as well. Before Pinterest, she works at Goria, also as an early engineer there. In 2013, Tracy helped to kick off the wave of tech company diversity data disclosure, a GitHub repository collecting numbers on women in engineering. And she has become an accidental activist of sort of the issue of diversity in technique. She was named Forbes Tech 30 under 30 in 2014 and has been profiled in Vogue and Wired for her work. Tracy is an advisor to Homebrew, VC, and on reserve with the U.S. Digital Services.
The next thing that we're going to talk about is the idea of imposter syndrome, which is something that many professionals go through. So what is imposter syndrome? The best definition that we can say would be that imposter syndrome was coined in 1978 by clinical psychologists Dr. Pauline R. Clance and Suzanne A. Imes, referring to high-achieving individuals marked by an inability to internalize their accomplishments and a persistent fear of being exposed as a fraud.
In this slide, we will talk about women in computing groups.
The first group that we're going to go through is AWC, which stands for the Association for Women in Computing. Founded in Washington, D.C. in 1978, it is one of the first professional organizations for women in computing. AWC is dedicated to promoting the advancement of women in the computing professions. Its members include many types of computer professionals such as programmers, system analysts, operators, technical writers, internet specialists, trainers, and consultants. AWC provides opportunities for professional growth through networking and through programs on technical and career-oriented topics.
Next, we will talk about SHE++. The SHE++ Association include fellowship program, empower high school students to hold workshops, organize clubs, and bring computer science to their community. By participating in the Include Fellowship, students receive resources and mentoring to start a CS initiative and to cultivate their own technical skills. No technical experience is required before starting the program. At the conclusion of the program in spring 2017, 30 selected Include Fellow will be invited to the SHE++ Summit, and all expenses paid 3-day trip to Bay Area. Previous Include Fellow had the chance to meet prominent technologists like Sheryl Sandberg and tour technique companies like Google and Facebook.
The last group that we'll be introducing is the Association for Computing and Machinery Women. We are going to show you a quick video introducing ACMW.